You'd be surprised how many sellers are making this simple design mistake. If the designs on your products aren't coming out as sharp as they are in your mockups, then odds are you're probably doing it too. Hey, Leah here. Before your customers start complaining about the poor design quality of your products, you need to make sure you're preserving the quality of your design with the right file format. But from PNG to SVG, JPEG to PSD, and all the other formats in between, how do you choose the right one? And more importantly, which file formats work best for which products? If you think it's time we settled this once and for all, then go ahead and give this video a like, because the Royal Format Rumble starts now. Before calling out our formats, we need to get them sorted into groups first. On one side, we got our rasters, the real OGs. These tough, old-school file formats use pixels to make up a design, just like a camera does. The more pixels you have, the better your design quality, and the larger your file size. But here's the problem. What if I wanted to change that design in some way, like on the print area of an item in our product creator? I could make it bigger or smaller, right? The thing is, a raster file depends on an exact number of pixels for a design to look its best. And you can only stretch or reduce those pixels so much before your image loses its quality. That's why sometimes, even though a design can look sharp in your image editor or mockup, when it actually gets printed on an item, you may end up with a more blurry or pixelated design. Those blurry or pixelated parts are where the printer had to guess what extra information it had to put in. Information it needed, but didn't have. And even though that printer is just doing its best, misprints won't make your buyers happy. And that's why the rasters have some strong contenders to deal with. Time to introduce the vectors. Vectors assemble. Sleek, clever, and light on their feet, these file formats are the new kids on the block. They're all about algorithms and equations, turning your designs into straight-up math. I'm gonna try to keep it simple for you so I don't end up blowing your mind. But vector file formats turn every edge, color, stroke in your design into calculations. Your file ends up becoming a mathematical network of information instead of a grid of pixels. And because it's based on math, you could blow it up as big as you want or make it super itty-bitty. The math will simply recalculate and your design will readjust to its new dimensions. Plus, with just some math holding it all together, vector file sizes are usually small. But these young rascals don't care about the details. They like to keep things simple and clean. For example, you won't be able to use vector files for photographs or other complex images. And that's why the rasters still stand out to a lot of people. They've got style. They can hold more pixels, which can add more information about color, like shading or lighting. This results in richer designs, but also heavier file sizes. So which file format should you choose, and what do they bring to the table? Well, it's time we get to our main event and introduce our challengers. A royal rumble between the top raster and the top vector. In the red corner, we have the Portable Network Graphic, or PNG. It's a pixel or resolution-dependent file format that's got a few tricks up its sleeve. Not only can PNGs contain transparent elements of a design, while other raster file formats, like JPEGs, don't, they also have lossless compression, meaning they can shrink in size without losing image quality, but not the other way around. This ability to hold unique pixels makes rasters like PNG and even JPEG a fan favorite. But for a design to look its best, the recommended resolution for both is 300 dpi. That's why this file format works best for high-quality designs and photographs. And here's a good tip. Always keep an open or working file of your design handy. That way you can easily edit it without having to adjust your final design file. In the blue corner, we have the Scalable Vector Graphic, also known as SVG. It's the resolution-independent geek that's hard to beat. Great for text designs, logos, icons, or any other images that don't contain a lot of elements. SVG can easily take care of designs like geometric shapes or unique fonts. Although the more detailed your design, the likelier your SVG will be even heavier than a PNG. But if you keep an eye on that file size, SVGs are still way more adjustable than PNGs. Whether you scale it up or down, your image will always result in a crisp, high-resolution print. Lucky for you, Printify accepts all three file formats: PNG, SVG, and JPEG. Comment which ones you prefer down below. Just don't forget about the 2 extra file formats Printify uses as well. You know, the ones that guarantee you the perfect design size and placement every time. I'm sure you've heard all about them. Wait, you haven't? Stop the fight, because we need to talk about design templates. The next time you open up an item from our catalog in the product creator, check if it comes with a design template and download that right away. These templates come in both a PSD or AI file formats. Trust me, if you're stuck adding the same design to multiple versions of the same product, instead of trying to resize and place your design exactly the same way again and again, just use a template. Even if you don't have Photoshop or Illustrator, you can save your design as a template in our product creator by clicking on the design and then Save as Template at the top. Or you can use a free online tool like Photopea. It accepts PSD files and lets you save your design in PNG, SVG, and JPEG file formats. Check out the link in the description to learn how to use Photopea for your images. Once saved, upload your design to templates in our product creator and it's ready to go. We've got a great design template tutorial that breaks this entire process down step by step. I'll tell you more about it in a bit, along with which file formats work best for which products. But for more tutorials that make designing a breeze, make sure you hit that subscribe button. The best format for the best product. Look, smart designers don't just let file formats duke it out in a survival of the fittest. They use different file formats to their strengths, especially when creating products. Knowing that designs in PNG files can be transparent, for example, means asking which items would benefit from a clear design. Well, for a start, stickers, glass candles, clear phone cases, and more. Of course, PNG design files work well for items that aren't clear too. Just remember that if you leave the background of your design filled in and not transparent, your design will basically be printed on top of a giant white square on your product's print area. So PNGs being able to be transparent isn't only useful, it's actually kind of necessary. But you want to know what else is necessary and useful for us at Printify? Hearing from you and giving you more chances to win some amazing prizes. Check out the link to our survey in the description and let us know how we're doing. Or tell us what other videos you'd like to see and topics you want to know more about. Once you're done, you'll be entered to win a monthly prize. Now, let's get back to learning about which items work the best with SVG files. Actually, lots of items work well with SVG, but the important thing is to think big. I'm talking about items where you would definitely need to scale up your design, like shower curtains, canvases, tapestries. Oh, and don't forget AOP products. Simple designs that need to stretch all over a product would work a lot better in SVG, especially if you're thinking about turning your design into a pattern in our product creator. But if you have a high-quality design with detailed elements like a photograph, stick to PNG. And let's not forget about our old friend, the JPEG. If you're taking a picture of art you've already created or scanning it onto your computer, this file format works great as long as it captures that design using the highest quality possible. Otherwise, make sure you scale it up in an editing program and then convert it to either a PNG or SVG later. Our product creator is also able to scale up low or medium resolution images if needed. But if you want to do it right, make sure to use high quality designs right from the start. Still thinking about that design template tutorial I mentioned earlier? Makes sense. Once you understand file formats, you definitely need to know how to put them to work. Learn how to make and add them to the product creator by checking out this video. Until then, don't forget, take good care of your designs and the sales will follow.